Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we're talking about Legends of Tomorrow.
Season 6, Episode 3, The X Factor.
Yeah, X like your ex, not like just an X.
Yeah. E-X.
Yes.
The sign for X.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was an okay episode.
It was just very random.
Yeah. I mean, we both were kind of discussing before we started the recording, like, we agreed it should not have been called the X Factor.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised they didn't call it Dethroned, because that's what the show was that they were on, the competition show.
Mm-hmm. Like, it should have been called The Game of Dethrone.
Oh my God.
Like, come on now. It should have. Like, I mean, let's be real here. The Game of Dethrone. They really missed out on a great title.
Yeah, because pretty much all their other titles are like fun and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like next week's is called, or tomorrow's is called Bay of Squids. Instead of the Bay of Pigs Invasion, it's the Bay of Squids.
Yeah. Like, I get the whole X Factor thing, because her ex was in it.
Yeah.
But, and it was a singing competition, but,
right.
I mean, Lord, whatever his face, the not robot thing, he got into the competition
Little tiny thing.
By doing a fight, not by singing. So I'm like, what the hell?
That's why it reminded me more of like America's Got Talent, because America's Got Talent is not just singing; it's a mix of like all kinds of different.
Well, Got Talent in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of different talents.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are just singing are like The Voice, American Idol, all that. But like America's Got Talent is all talent.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it should have been called The Game of Dethrone.
Or just The Game of Thrones.
No. Because it's one throne. And technically, yes, Game of Thrones is all over the one throne, but it's multiple, like, people calling themselves royals because they do descend from some royal lineage, all fighting over the throne.
I see.
So it's royalty fighting royalty over the throne.
Mm.
This is not anything like that.
With incest and nudity and sex and everything else that involves fighting for a throne.
Well, part of that was awesome. The other part was not.
I'm still not watching it.
You should. Like, just fast forward the naughty bit.
I'd rather watch other things. Doctor Who is the one thing that I decided to watch of the ones you've always wanted me to see, but Game of Thrones is not going to be one of them.
Well, Stargate is a slow but eventual process.
Yes, I will watch Stargate eventually.
Yeah.
I will finish Stargate eventually.
Right.
It's 10 seasons, but I will finish it eventually.
And Teen Titans we watched.
Yeah, but you didn't keep telling me to see that. I decided to watch it because I was trying to think of a name for the videos, and you did Raven, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it, and then I was like, okay, I'll be Starfire. So that was different.
Yes, but I did talk about how amazing it was.
Well, I know, and I was fine with seeing that because I like animated stuff.
I know. I'm just being a dick because it's fun.
I know.
And you make it so easy.
I know. It's just, I don't know. I just don't really. There's other shows that are of that same type of time period that I'd rather see than that.
Like The Witcher?
Possibly.
Good show. So good. So good.
Or The Last Kingdom, which is a Netflix show.
So is The Witcher.
And The Witcher is based on a video game.
Yes. Your point. But yeah, like, it should have been called something about, like, the throne.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah.
The Thorn. No, kidding.
The Thorn. The s'mores of throne.
No. I mean, it was cool to see, like, Zari shine. You know?
Yeah.
And I liked that Ava was just like, look, Mick, you need to freaking get your shit together or get off my ship.
Yeah, she's like, you think you're the only one who misses Sarah.
Like, she's her damn girlfriend. Of course she's gonna miss her.
Fiance. Technically not, but technically yes. Like, yes and no. Because she showed up in ghost form and said yes. But Sarah doesn't know that actually happened, that she wasn't dreaming it.
Yeah.
So, technically yes and technically
well,
no.
Well, anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She's very, very special to Ava, and of course she cares.
Yes.
You know? And so hopefully Nick takes that and helps.
I think the look on his face when she finally yelled at him over it kind of woke him up from that.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, look, she's grown older. She doesn't need you. I mean, she does, but she doesn't, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I need you to help me,
right.
You know? Like, so. Yeah.
Oh. I have Messenger apps. That's why I keep tapping. I will close
it. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, like, I kind of understand where Mick was coming from, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like what Spooner said, he is the last OG with Sarah not being there.
Yeah.
You know, and that, like, he has to get used to all these people, and, you know, the fact that there is a revolving door. Like, he's lost people, and people have left him, you know, and, like, the fact that the one person he thought he could always, I mean, after Cold, you know, the one person besides Cold that he thought would always be there, like, she didn't die, she left. Like, she was abducted, but, you know, she left him. Like, it wasn't death that took her. She's just gone, you know. And the one person that would understand where he's coming from isn't looking for her the way that he thinks that she should be.
Right.
You know? And so I understand completely where he's coming from, but, like, also, he needs to get over it. She's doing the best she can. Mm-hmm. Because she can't take the ship. Yes, it's a spaceship, Mick. Yes, it can go into space. But you know what? It can't search every fucking planet in the universe to find Sarah.
Right.
You would never survive that long. And so it's just, yeah. Like, I understand why Mick wouldn't understand that. He's not the brightest bulb.
Right.
But he is smart when it comes to other things, and I like that they, like, brought that out while he's been on the show. I do think that last statement that Ava said is probably what's going to end up happening at the end.
Yeah.
Like, you know, basically, you know, like, strap up or get off my ship. And I think he's going to realize, by the end of the season, I think it's going to be that, like, he needs to figure out who he is without his friends.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's become a hero when all he knew was villainy.
Mm-hmm.
And the one person that understood that transformation died back in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only person that would slightly understand where he's coming from is Sarah, and she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a possibility that there would be a future on the ship without Sarah and Ava, because they both left to have a life together.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting that now, because that's why Adam left. You know, that's why we don't have the Adam anymore. Or that's what he went by, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Adam. Yeah.
Ray.
Yeah. It was the Adam, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's other ones that have similar names, and
yeah,
I get them confused.
Down really small.
Yeah, I get them confused sometimes.
Not Ant-Man.
No,
the Atom.
No, Ant-Man is Marvel.
I know.
But no, there's other DC heroes with similar powers that have similar names, and I'm just like, did I use the wrong fucking name?
No, I got him.
Okay. So yeah, that's why Ray left, and his wife, and you know, like, they left to have a life together. Yeah. And he's thinking, well, Sarah and Ava are a couple, they're gonna get married when we get her back. You know, like, how much longer are they gonna stay on the ship? And would the new captain accept who I am? You know, like...
Right.
So, he's... Whether or not that's actually ever gonna happen, you know, in his mind, I can kind of see where that thought process would come from, because that's what happens, you know, with the team. Most of them left because, yes, they wanted to, like, be themselves. But, like, Jackson, he found a life, you know, and I think he found a girl and got married or something. And before Stein died, he left to be with his wife and child. Like, you know, like, they leave for the lives that they have or that they are making with another person.
Right.
And he doesn't have one outside of the team.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably going to be the reason why
he has his daughter.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why he's probably going to leave at the end is probably going to be like, I need to rethink everything, you know? He's gonna, like, I hope he can find someone. He deserves to find someone that makes him happy.
He does.
Yeah.
And then what was up with the thing with Sarah at the very end? That guy.
I don't know who the fuck is that guy, but I am... The whole Gary situation made me laugh. So, Gary, I don't care how many people you have to eat. I'm getting back to Ava. I'm like, yes, queen, yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes, queen.
She's like, Gary, I don't care how many people you have to kill. I'm gonna sit back here. You go kill them and get me back to my girlfriend. Like, I love that she's making, like, Gary the person that I mean, really, he's so useless. And then she's like, you're gonna have to kill everything, okay? Because I'm not feeling up to it. So you're gonna have to kill everything and take me back to my girlfriend.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna have to fix the ship, get me to another planet, and we're gonna have to hop, skip, and jump our way there, but you're gonna have to kill everything yourself. You're gonna have to eat it all. It's like, and then he's like, some crap about bone marrow, and just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Takes off the helmet. As soon as they walked up, I knew, like, I was like, they're humanoids! And then, like, we find out they're Avas. It's like, the planet of fucking Evas?
Eva clones!
I thought we destroyed that whole thing.
Yes, they're bringing it back.
Yay. But, like, I love how, like, Sarah's like, you first. And then she freaking attacks her. She's like, you don't think I would know my own Eva? Like, yes, girl, yes! I don't know.
Yeah.
That made me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to say? I've been talking a lot.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still getting used to the Constantine and Zari stuff.
Yeah, now they're actually gonna be a couple.
They're okay, but my heart will always be for Zari and Nate.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is a different Zari, but, like, I loved them.
Yeah.
And so I will always want them together.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I like Constantine, I just don't see them as a couple.
Yeah.
Like, to me, they're just not... Like, I could see him with with Sarah more so than I could see him with Zari.
Well, he has been with Sarah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if he was gonna be with somebody like that, I could see it more with her than with Zari.
Well, I mean, we can see that happening more so, I mean, like, in the past, we could. I can't really see Sarah doing that now.
Well, yeah. But I just mean, like in terms
past,
of a woman.
Yeah, but, like, past Sarah and past Constantine, they were both struggling with the shit from their past and, like, how dark it was and what they did and what they sacrificed and, like, and Sarah also, like, had that connection with him because he went inside of her and helped destroy the demon. That, you know, like, because she was dead and then she wasn't.
Yeah.
So, like, they have that connection, and then it's like they also have that really dark past that they hate themselves about for. And so it's two people who hate themselves, like, seeing each other and being like, you're the same as me, and, like, connecting through that. And all they wanted were butt buddies, and that's what they were. And then this version of Zari comes along, and she's a hollow husk of a person. And that's what this version, I mean, like, that's, like, because as the story moved on, Constantine wasn't as, like, dark and, I mean...
And brooding.
Yeah, as he was when he was making guest appearances, right? He's become more laid back, in a manner of speaking, and so he's basically become just this husk of a person that accepted the fact that he was never going to fix anything, and his soul was eternally damned, and all like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, he basically accepted it. And so he was just a husk of a man.
I like the fact that smoking was illegal in 2045.
Right. So, like, he's just a husk of a man, you know? And she's just a husk of a person that only lives through her social life.
Yeah.
That's really sad. And, like, so they're like, oh, look, we're the same. And so they connect like that. But, so it's the same but different at the same time as him and Sarah were. But, like, now, like, you see, after last season, he saved the person that he thought was eternally damned. He got his soul back. You know, like, he did what he never thought he could do. He's basically healed.
Right.
And you're watching Zari become healed by forming this team and family with the group, with the team, you know? Like, she's healing like he is. And so now they're getting to a point in their lives where it's like, we can actually be, like, seriously committed to someone, and maybe that's you know? So it's been interesting watching their lives like parallel each other in different aspects, but still the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like obviously vastly different, but the same. And watching how that like goes through, and their journeys are basically taking the same paths. And so it's only logical that right now they try and be together. Whether or not it's gonna last, I don't know. But that's basically, you know, the song they sang. Like, it might not last, but we've fallen in love, even if it's a person that we know we shouldn't be in love with, you know? So, yeah. You know, that's kind of my take on that relationship. Like, I don't like that relationship. I prefer Nathan Zari all the way. I prefer the old version of Zari. I don't like this version. I think I've been very upfront about that. But,
yeah,
like, since it's the version I'm stuck with, like, I can, like, I'm trying to deal with it, and I'm looking for the reasons to like her. And I think that those reasons are slowly becoming more because she's allowing herself to be changed by the people around her. And I love that her brother stuck up for her.
Yeah.
Like, he's a pacifist. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, like, I don't know what else, really.
I don't know.
I mean, it was fun.
It was an interesting episode.
It was interesting. I hope the whole season isn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they actually take time to explain who the guy is at the end. Next episode.
Yeah, well, they have to, because we don't know who he is.
Well, I mean, we barely get any time with Sarah and Gary.
Yeah.
And so I'm just worried that we won't get enough time next episode to figure out who he really is. You know, because he might say he's someone, but he might be someone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, if he's someone we should know from a different, you know, thing, then I want to be able to figure that out, you know? Yeah. I want there to be enough clues, unless he just comes right out and fucking says it.
Right.
Like, so.
I'm your worst nightmare, and I'm just kidding.
Is your name Bashar? Bashar.
Every time I heard that, I just kept thinking of Deep Space Nine because of Julian Bashir. He's the doctor.
Well, I think that's all I have.
Yeah.
So,
I guess until next time, always stay true to who you are.